What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Nikki here, and in today's video we're going to be going over week 3 of the options trader journey, me being the options trader, and you already know the drill. Let's get it.
Ooh, big bag. You not talking money, you can miss me with the chit chat. I'm not with the rah-rah or the
Alright guys, so usually I show you my pre-market game plan and then what happened after I trade, but this last week was a little weird because I was at my parents' all week because of the situation, out of that environment that I'm used to, and also the fact that I have my little sister and my parents, like literally my parents on one wall, my sister's down underneath me. I didn't want to be that loud. I didn't actually end up filming my like pre-market plan. Actually, I had a different approach this week, which I will talk about. I strictly want to just show you the trades I took, and also you guys, if you are interested in the first couple weeks that I did before this, the playlist for this journey will be down in the first comment below, so you can check it out after this video. But you guys, let's just get into my thought process and the trades that I executed. So Monday, October 18th was the first day of the week, obviously because the week started on Monday. But here are my game plans. So really, if you've watched the other episodes before this, you know I heavily focus on Apple and AMD. I've just like dealt with them the most in the last year and a half, 2 years that I've been in and out of trying to do this. I had my typical game plan. I had like my levels I was sticking to. Apple over 145. Netflix had earnings, so I was kind of interested in that, and then I saw the prices on the contracts and I was not interested anymore. AMD had just made a monster move the prior week, so I was thinking it could crack 112, get to 114 area, and then Nvidia had a huge wick on the downside to about the 214 level. So I planned all these out, but I ended up only trading AMD. So let's hop into the chart and see what actually happened to me. Okay, so here is the AMD chart. Now you can see I took 3 trades, and this first trade I got into calls it the 946 candle, which was this area right here on the bottom of this green candle. Now, if you've watched the other ones, you know I don't want to chase things, so I wait for a pullback to the EMA to kind of form a bull flag or bull pennant. So I saw this, I hesitated a bit because I should have got in right here on this pullback, but as soon as I saw this green, I was like, gotta get in. So I got in here, which hindsight, I either needed to be on this closest to the EMA, or I needed to wait until we broke this flag pattern on the upside. So I kind of was dumb in the sense of like I jumped the gun or I was too late, but luckily it worked out for me and I exited right here at 950. Now it says I exited one, but I exited both. That ended up giving me a green for that trade. Then I started noticing we were kind of creating this bull pennant. See within this triangle, like we're kind of squeezing towards the tip of this triangle. And my second trade I got in right here, I thought we were gonna break out again. Jumped the gun a little bit. I realized I jumped the gun. I saw this pull back and I just was not interested. So I cut my position. And so that took me for an L. And then I saw we were holding this and we were just about to cross the EMAs again on the upside. I saw we broke the pennant. So I got in right here and exited right here. This was a much better trade and I should have just waited for this and not done anything here. I think I was just antsy because I was like feeling myself after this, maybe, I don't know. But those were the only 3 trades that I took. Happy with the pattern recognition, happy got out second trade quickly. That was a big thing that I've learned over the last couple of weeks, cut it quick. Felt pretty good about it, was pretty happy with it, and I ended up $40.25 in the green on that day, bringing my overall count to $2,304.70. So let's see what happened on Tuesday. The plan really did not change that much except for, and I put it in stars on here, okay, so you know it's real. Tired, slept late, not as prepared as I need to be, need to be extremely patient, careful, follow patterns only. That's literally all I put. I didn't put levels, I didn't put anything. I was strictly focused on me being super tired and me getting up late and feeling rushed, because last time I did that, I took a pretty big L and I did not want to do that again. That was it. I didn't even have time to look at levels. So let's hop into the chart and see what happened on my trades. So I entered 2 calls on this, which quite frankly, literally not sure why. Maybe I was trying to do the crossover, but I personally know when I do the crossover strategy, I need to try to be as close to the EMA while it's crossing over. Like the closer to the EMA really is the most ideal situation. So I got in for some reason here, and I truly don't know why, because I'm clearly within a range on these levels, so I don't know. I ended up taking this fat red candle and just getting out, so I lost about $10 on that trade. Then I saw this situation, I saw this kind of pull back to the EMA, so I got in on this one here, kind of like anticipating the break of that pre-market level and closer to the EMA. Then we broke the level, so I added one. So I had one here, only one, added one here, and then I ended up scaling out of it on this position, which was a pretty good trade, except I don't know. I mean, I guess in the scheme of things, it worked out for me. I probably should have waited on this candle to come up and then to see this candle hold that level as a confirmation and then get in with both here and ride it up. Because you could see like this went for a long time. So I exited here, then I got right back in because I saw some decent volume on these candles. Got back in at the top of this candle, pushed it up just like 10, 15 more cents, and I got out again when clearly I could have stayed in here pretty much all the way up to 148.45. I don't know if that was like a mental thing. I was like groggy, not 100% sure. Not bad. This was dumb, the first one. This one was like okay, but not ideal. And this one was kind of just like, I felt like I left some on the table and I wanted to get back. So not bad, but definitely not the sharpest. But P&L on the day for this one was $32.27, putting my account at $2,337.16. So now I'm green Monday, I'm green Tuesday. Let's see what Wednesday brought me. So Wednesday's game plan here was patterns, and then huge all caps I said late morning, you need to be very disciplined. You're not 100% on a setup. Do not trade. Yeah, I had another really rough morning. I just was having a hard time sleeping last week. Like I could not fall asleep for the life of me, and I'm normally out by like 10:30, and that was not the case. And I remember from the last week 2, I lost a lot when I was just not there. So I was a little bit nervous, and so I was really trying to focus on the mental part of this. Now let's look at what I did here. A&D yet again. I bought 2 calls at this 946. We pushed, like, look at this nutty situation. We pushed all the way up here. We pulled back. I saw a huge volume. So I should have, like usual, waited and possibly got in here. Or to be quite frank with you, I was expecting this to come even further back after a move like that. So we didn't. So I saw this and I'm like, I'm gonna get into it because I don't want to miss anything. So I bought 2 calls right here at the 946 candle, which was like the bottom of this, and I held it and sold out up here at 947, so just 1 minute for a green trade right there. So felt good about that. Then we started crashing down, pulling all the way back down here. So I saw this channel we were forming, and I knew like, okay, if this thing is just a long flag, essentially, I mean, there's other ways to look at this, but I was looking at it since I am on such a small time frame. I'm looking at this like, okay, we're flagging at this point, right? So we're pulling back, and I'm so tempted to like predict the move. I remembered what I told myself, like freaking, if you're not 100 and you're not confident, don't do it. So I'm waiting, crashing down here, right? And I'm like, damn, okay. Then I see we kind of flatten out down here, and I'm watching, I see this huge green candle, and I'm like, we could just be coming up to the tip of this and fall back down. As soon as we broke this, I wanted to get in, but I was hesitant because there was so much room between the EMAs that I just knew this could pull up and fall back down, which it started to do. But essentially, if I was looking at this like the flag that I thought it was, as soon as we broke here, I should have got in because we did end up pushing up a decent amount. So I don't know, these helped me, but yet it kind of second guessed myself. I watched this move happen. So then I'm like, okay, we have this huge bearish move. Now we're bear flagging because we're kind of pulling back to the EMAs that we could fall back down again. So as soon as I saw this right here, this fat candle, I got in. So I got in 2 on the downside. So I bought 2 puts, and I got out as soon as I saw this start to turn green because I wasn't 100%, but I did see the volume coming in on this candle. And so I was like, we're going to break out of this flag right here. So I got in real quick here, got out real quick right there. I only took 2 trades and I got out and I took my money and I ran. So my P&L for the day on this one, $34.28. So then we get to Thursday. Now I can vividly remember waking up on Thursday and I am so freaking tired. A. B. I'm laying there like, I shouldn't trade like this. I really don't want to trade. I don't want to get up. I don't want to trade. Like, and then a voice in my head was like, get up, come on, you can do this, have a routine, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I got myself out of bed and I literally wrote on here, I was like telling myself not to trade, but I traded. Also, the other mental thing that came into play on Thursday, not only was I tired and I really didn't want to trade, but I pushed myself to do it anyway, which I will not be doing in the future. I didn't want to give away what I made on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm going into this with the mentality of like protection, and I don't want to lose, and I'm focusing my energy on losing, right? So without me learning anything or taking that to heart or really understanding those thoughts, I traded. So not great. So let's hop into the chart and I'll show you what happened. Okay, here we are. So you can see here, I entered 2 calls at 9:41. Let's just have a second here. Look at this huge move. We pull back. I'm like, I draw my lines. We're flagging back to the EMA. I'm like, cool, this is my setup. Like, this is what I look for. I decided to enter on this indecisive frickin' candle right here. 2 calls. Looking back on this now, why I'm entering in the middle of this, I don't know. Okay, I either need to be entering when it hits the EMA on the hopes that it goes up, or in a flag pattern, I need to wait until it breaks the damn flag. I didn't do that. I got in here, okay? And I stopped out right here for a loss on the first trade. Then I instantly get back in 2 calls at 9:45 on this, okay? Because we pushed up here, so I'm thinking, oh, we're breaking out. This is why we wait most of the time for confirmation. I entered here and we did push up, so I was in the green, but it slammed all the way back down here. And at the opening of this candle, I got back out, okay? So I'm too deep in the L right now, fresh off the bat. And whenever I trade and I lose and I jump right back into another trade, it's never good. Never good. So then I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, you need to chill or you're gonna give everything you made back. Look at this doji, okay? We're coming down here. We have a doji that's usually a sign of kind of a reversal in the trend. Then we have this huge green engulfing that breaks the flag, okay? So I get in here. Granted, I needed to get in a lot closer to this break, or I needed to wait for a confirmation candle to see what happened here, and I could have entered here on a pushback up to the upside, but hindsight's 2020. So I enter here, and then this thing comes slamming down here, and in my mind, I'm like, do not want to give back everything. I do not want to give back everything, so I cut it. Now, look at this right here. Entries bad. Entries were really bad. Needed to break out the candle way earlier. I would have been able to handle the pullbacks. My entries did not allow me to stomach. So because of my entries, these moves down really did not allow me to feel comfortable holding it. If I got the entries where I needed to, this huge move, I would have still been green or break even. So maybe I'd been like, all right, we'll see what happens. But because I entered at a bad spot, it just didn't work out. So you can see right here, green on the week, but gave back $70 freaking dollars. So my P&L on this day, $78.72 damn cents. And if you guys watch the other videos in the journey, I do not trade on Friday because by the end of the week, my mental game is trash, as we can see. And Fridays are usually pretty lull. Like, a lot of people are done early, they leave. Like, there's just not as much volume most of the time. Now, this is my P&L for the entire week. I am up $28.08. The portfolio is at $2,293.10. And I'm not really happy with this. I was up a decent amount, like $100 or $105 or something, and I gave back almost $80 on freaking Thursday. And so that is extremely frustrating, beyond frustrating. But I did learn a couple things. The first thing was I was way more aware of how tired I was and how my mental was affecting me. Before, I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, but I can figure it out. Like, no, like, I knew it. Second thing is I did cut losses decently quick on these ones because I knew if I was taking 10, 15, 20% gains, I should not be taking 15, 20, 30% losses on any trade. So I am excited in the fact that I learned some things and I was green on the week, but very disappointed that I gave it back. So hopefully we grow on this and next week's gonna be even better. So if you are into these kind of videos, you wanna follow the journey, make sure you are subscribed, hit the NB in the bottom corner or the red subscribe button, join the crew, check out the playlist down below. You guys, this is kind of just nutty. If you could smash a thumbs up for me, it would really mean the absolute world to me. It helps the channel more than you know. Go ahead and watch this video right here and it'll take you to last week. You can see how I did then and it really wasn't good. Bye guys.